All right, another movie review. Here we go. It's a little late to the party, but thought I'd jump in and do this one. How to Train Your Dragon. Wow, 15 years later, I can't believe we got another one in here. It's crazy. So, the fact that How to Train Your Dragon came out 15 years later. And you know what the crazy part is, though? I saw this movie. I saw the original at a movie theater. And I saw this film in the same theater 15 years ago. I didn't even plan it. It was amazing. I was like, oh my goodness, it was beautiful. Very nostalgic. I remember I was donating, giving blood. Well, there's a blood drive. I was donating blood. I remember I was like 5 minutes late and I'm seeing How to Train Your Dragon. I was blown away by the animation, the music, the score. And what's wonderful is that Dean DeBlois and Chris Sanders worked in this film. And the fact that Dean gets to direct the live action is wonderful. I think Chris Sanders is executive producer, which is beautiful. And then even better, the fact that Chris and Dean worked at Disney and made Lilo and Stitch all those years ago, and then now Lilo and Stitch is coming out and box office smash hit, and Chris Sanders came back to do Lilo and Stitch is pretty amazing as well. So it's pretty cool, man. So I'm sure Chris and Dean are having a great 2025. I met Chris Sanders at one of my previous jobs, Diagon Alley, Universal. Lovely man, lovely dude. His wife and kid were there. So nice. And that what an honor to meet him. And Chris Sanders has some great success with, Wild Robot and Croods, and Dean is crushing it. And seeing these actors, seeing the cast and crew, the cast go to Universal and see Epic Universe was beautiful experience. The author, can you imagine being the wonderful Cressida Crowell? Just being an author. Imagine you worked hard to create a book and start writing a book is tough and a journey, and then it comes super successful, and all these movies comes out, then it's a TV show, there's a bunch of merchandise opportunities, then it becomes a live action, and then it becomes a theme park. Like, I'd be crying for days on end. What a gift. It's all thanks. It's just a beautiful thing. These years later, these books celebrated. This is basically, it's a faithful adaptation. It's basically the same thing as the movie, which is not a negative. It's a faithful adaptation. It works. I remember the intro of this film is the same. It got me chills because the beautiful opening score of the original film is in the live action, and the capturing those moments, like the moment where Hiccup touches Toothless the dragon for the very first time on the head to gain trust. The first flight, the romantic flight. I mean, everything works. And to see Jared Butler reprise his role is so cool. It was amazing. And I just was blown away by it. The set design, the costume, the music. Was wonderful. Mason Thames got a great career ahead of him. She's like a very sincere, beautiful person. Of course, the wonderful Nico Parker is fantastic. She's a fantastic actress from Dumbo and The Last of Us. She's gonna do great. And I don't have a problem with the casting. And then if you don't like it, that's another conversation you can have with someone else. But I'm opening to opinion. But she was fantastic. The movie's doing pretty well. It's close to $500 million. I think they're doing a sequel. And the sequel is going to be very interesting if you've seen the movie, the animated films. But, I gotta say, with, these remakes and then, adaptations, I mean, I'm all for them to a point, and the fact that Lilo and Stitch is doing so well is great. The fact that people are spelling How to Train Your Dragon it's great. And I recommend it. If you've never heard of this film, it's a coming of age story where Vikings and dragons are at war, and this kid, in order to be a real man, he got to take down a dragon. But you look at how wonderful Hiccup is, played the wonderful Mason Thames. He's a guy who's just different. That's not what he wants to do, and he has to figure out how to fit in with everyone and please his father, who's the leader of this pack tribe, and his journey it's a journey of self-discovery. It's a coming of age story with dragons, and yeah, if you've never heard of this though, just go in blind, enjoy it. And that's great. I think that's the beauty of the remakes though, because adaptations, live action. Okay, I forgot the word for it. You know what I'm talking about. With these adaptations though, I think what's great that even though they become so repetitive though, I think it allows this universe to live on through a new set of eyes. The fact that kids are probably discovering if you like Tom Holland Spider-Man, guess what? They're a previous Spider-Man. Generational. I know we look at Superman, we look at Spider-Man and all these other heroes. They constantly evolve. The Karate Kid universe, same exact thing. So it's a beautiful continuation of these characters, and it's just great. You know, and yeah, Mason Thames captures Hiccup so well. Nika Parker as the wonderful badass Astrid. Yeah, I felt it. I felt a lot. I felt the determination though. I felt the ferocity of the characters and the stakes and the visual effects were fantastic. I mean, what they were able to pull off though with the visual effects is just insane, and it's just a wonderful grand old time, you know. And yeah, and what's really great though, now the fact that it's at Universal is a good thing because there are people who have never heard How to Train Your Dragon will be introduced to maybe this movie, also the theme park. I think that's great about Universal, the fact that you can be entertained as fans of How to Train Your Dragon universe in a theme park, but for newcomers who've never even heard of this, they get to be entertained as well. I think that's what I love about what Universal does well. It's if you're a fan of these stories and films across many decades, you get something new. But if you're a newbie, you get something even much better for the first time. So it's great. So yeah, I know Snow White is that fell short, but I think I think for now, like I said, money talks. And people keep showing up. Money talks. I'm very curious how Moana's going to do. I look forward to seeing the next chapter of this, and it's great seeing new talent. Mason, he's done another horror film called Black Phone, and it's great seeing new talent shine. It's always a beautiful thing. So definitely worth watching. And as a person who grew up watching this, I was just starting college. I was pleasantly surprised. Lilo and Stitch, same exact thing. It's wonderful. I just love to see that though. Next up, Tron. Fingers crossed for Tron. Hope they don't mess that one up. So, yeah. When it comes to performances and acting, I'm not really picky about that. I'm along for the ride. I trust that I trust the performances. I'm just immersed in this world. I'm not as picky, and I wouldn't say picky though. There are a lot of people who are good at spying that stuff, which I respect. But I'm just the journey, and that's what makes sense. All right, that is a long review. I clearly enjoyed this movie. 7 minutes in. All right, thanks for watching. All right, take care.